And also 3 melee champions on G2 side could be good. But as you said, the sign as well, yeah, just strong front line and open up for this Aphelios.
So if this is solo queue, I'd be saying, BB, you know what? Maybe we take Ignite top, we win the early levels, we take PTA. We got
NAVI just trying to set up vision on this bottom side.
This might be called by this. Lebrov. It's just for the vision contest as well. Dragon's also up now too. As Relech comes down, just poking the head in the XP bar. It's going to be a fight that brews up in River. Lebrov in trouble. Skumon coming in to add damage, but I think Lebrov went too early, too fast. Flash away from Poby, but now he's out of harm's way. Lebrov is an easy first blood, and it's going to go to the Pope Star. No, stolen by Relech, I think, with an auto. The first blood over to with an early lead, especially early damage access to something like an Ambessa.
Yeah, Relech will, because he's doing the Dragon, not hit 6 first, because you can see Skumon was on that top side scuttle.
Yeah, good. No, with Relech getting the invade and obviously getting the Dragon Dagda, there is a CS lead brewing actually for Skumon on this Panther despite everything as Poby gets shuffled back, looking towards mid. The Popes is in trouble now. Shockwave flashed over. Skumon, clean as you'd like. Lebrov is going to mitigate the last kill and giving you one to G2.
Poby used that flash.
Enabling Grubs, great as well. Meanwhile, the response play, Navi looking for the bot dive onto Han Summer. It's an Ezreal, so Paris needs to be precise. Flash, auto attack, dredge line, public execution, but Han's not dead yet until Relech gets the last auto again. Plate's given up, and a wave denied, thanks to Navi.
Really nice job by Paris there, flashing forward for the auto attack. Uses them was just cleared out by Lebrov, but you've got a ton of positions for main tier if you want to try and go for some of the sort of TP flank, but also to spot out where Skumon is, because that ultimate is just about to come off cooldown. So keep an eye on this.
Paris turns a dredge line, often engaged, the shove back, and Paris might be dead, but a 2-man shockwave from Poby. Sulfur in the meantime though, because Poby's isolating instead.
Yeah, it's more on bot side that the push was just coming through, so G2 not able to make any sort of play for it. Skumon is moving top to try and steal away some of these camps as well, so Skumon has been doing a decent job of
going for Raptors as well. This will be a contest,
Broken
but it turned into a kill. You said it, the Renekton behind. Crikey, as the dredge line comes in, Broken Blade gets the start up, shockwave, public execution. It's okay for Navi with a double knock over Cap. Sits over the wall, hits out a Scion ulti, flashes for Skumon. Broken Blade now in the midst of it as Navi has turned to play. The re-engage. Ulti now back up and available as well. Herald's going pretty slow. The Eye brings it down to 6k, but Navi still progress forward. Relech wants to steal, and now that Navi start off the Herald, that eye proc is going to have to be perfect. The damage is going to come down as well. G2 thinking about a fight afterwards. Flash from Lebrov onto Poby. Solar Flare for the cost of the Herald. Poby targeted with the dredge line. Paris saves the day. Broken Blade still on this Orianna. That has gone too far away. G2 went in deep for this, but main ult again. The saving grace as Navi just fight better. And Caps may have joined the fight, but now that he's in too deep, it's about his escape. Lethal tempo up with Paris trying to run away for his life. He gets hit once, but not a second time. As the ulti comes through and Caps separates Navi, but now he's back. He's literally against the wall, trying to get Relech, and does! Caps does!
But G2 tried to capitalize on it immediately and don't actually make it work. And with everyone moving down to bot side, it's mid taken. Dragon has now spawned. And maybe Navi, just not quite having their ultimates up, may give G2 a window unless they get caught here.
I guess not, because again, G2, the numbers disadvantage. Relech has a ball on him as well, and onto Lebrov, isolated. Easy kill. Navi right now a lot today about what playoffs is and what is important. Now, G2 are not locked in yet. They'll be tied with LR if they lose.
Just in that Phalite off to the left-hand side of your screen. So yeah, just G2, odd positions and odd fights that they're taking.
Yep. And it's so funny, Dagda, in this game, it's now come down here. If this play goes on long enough and G2 don't get the reset, Baron is a very real threat. Herald now spawned top as well. Dagda, a lot committed onto Mainta. 3 members on the way, make it 4 with Lebrov, but it is a Scion as he flashes away G2. Solar Flare dive. They really want this top laner to die. Shut down for Caps, yes, but top is in shambles as he looks to stop the reset.
And everyone is still showing here. So Navi going to be able to take the tier 2. They will reset, so then the Poby can match on mid-wave. But honestly, G2, they want to try and make another sideline play. No flash on main turn.
Yeah, no flash. Ulti's going to be up in 10 seconds. Decimating Smash avoided, if only just. Caps is there, but buffered. The ulti literally just came up. Now for the Soul Flare as well under turret, they're going to finally take him down. True Shot Barrage comes from afar to help out. The latest ulti I've ever seen. Skumon is on 110 ping. As he gets out of the shockwave, Navi look for the chase. Hansama holds the bridge as Dredgeline, his arcane shifted away. Navi to chase, will it continue more? Poby flashes away, he's caught out. He went isolated, and LeBron with the punish. Now G2 get two-man ulti, but Sam D, even though he finds some kind of revenge, will only get the support. Relech use his ulti for that. Sam D now picked up for Sam D. He's got his Lord Dominic's regard. The Giant Slayer is going to come into full effect as G2 now hover around decimating smash on LeBron. Solar Flare's there as well. Poby has to be zoned out, but as Broken Blade goes in, the shockwave finds two, and that's enough for Navi. G2 walked into the waiting arms of the greatest of some time, and his time was now. A triple kill went over, and Relax will just take
Mainter's ultimate shuts down Broken Blade where he stands, prevents the Renekton from diving any further, and Navi wave. Now it's pushing out. Navi happy to kind of just take it slow and see if they can force a play here.
Relech thinking about it. Public execution up and available. The angle as the Sion ulti comes through first onto LeBron. Decimating smash is onto one, onto two. Solar Flare won't mean too much. Sumdi went into melee, into the Azir, and he's still alive. Again, Lifeline helped out while the rest of the fight's going pear-shaped. A double over to another Felios, and three left standing. We've had so many Pentas in the LEC that G2 know if they walk into him, there's going to be one more.
Great cleanse for Sam D in the middle of that fight from the Solar Flare off the Brav. Means he just constantly keeps up the DPS. 9-0, and now the Baron. G2. I mean, what do you try and do in this position?
Well, they're going to open up mid to starters, but
stick around. As Navi just going to be able to take it down. Han's still trying to cover mid, but this is so hard. The Baron is
pushed in. Navi hold back. Nothing too egregious, but that mid inner turret is going to drop down as Mainta gets to deliver the wave into the inhibitor turret as well.
And Relash, you see there, using the W to block the cannon minion so that Hansama couldn't clear it out as quickly as you'd like. Makes it a little bit more difficult for G2 to try and play off of both mid and bot wave. But the siege is just going to continue here. And G2 don't really have a good way of breaking this. Lebrov has to just send himself in and hope for the best, and that may be the call here.
Okay, well, send it up. Soulflare again, but narrowly avoided. Sam D's all the way in the back. Scumon's on there, the Caps finds an angle. However, Relech may have recovered it. The ulti would have been great, but Navi have lost the 80 carry. Relech is up next. G2 come close, but they can't kill the Ambassador. A double kill to Relech, who healed up a bunch of health at the back end of the fight. And now Navi are about to do the finishing touches to G2. Not many teams over the years could say this, but Navi are the clear head and shoulders team, better than G2 right now.
Navi looking clean in this one. Great play start to finish. Good understanding of how to shut down G2's game plan. And Navi, what a time here in winter for this organization.
What a time to be alive, to watch this team rise to fame. However, it's not over yet. Paris looking to get out with the Hex Gate, but Lebrov's in the way.
He juked him.
Lebrov,
wait, Paris,
true shot. The timing, oh, it missed.
Oh, and he missed his Zenith blade.
Vision. Is he maintained with the decimating smash? They continue to chase, but Navi are looking for the fight, not the dragon. Decimating smash again, Dredgeline in, Caps with the angle into Hans Sam D, into the GA, he will go, but G2 have to win the fight now. Relech already got a double, a one-man shockwave might look bad, but it doesn't matter. A triple over to Relech, he doesn't get the fourth. It's Hans Sam D, who's better than Sam A. Navi with the ace, and this time they'll take it home.
Navi find the fight. This time there's no one left to hold, and you can see the smiles on the bottom of your screen. Navi are chuffed with this one.
And they deserve it. This team came out of the woodwork, put all these parts together, and now they're better than G2.